In this video, I'm going to demonstrate using PostTrans to manipulate operations and operation resources, which are part of the Sage 200 manufacturing module. What is PostTrans? Well, it's an Excel add-in which allows us to extract this data into Excel, edit it within Excel, and update any changes, or add new data, which could have been entered manually or imported from a CSV file. This will all be validated using Sage business rules and its validation applied. Of course, we can also post labour, tools, machines, bombs with version control and stock records in using PostTrans, in addition to all the host of other things it does. So let's see PostTrans in action. So here I am on my PostTrans toolbar, and I'm going to press the Help button. This gives me access to all the example templates that come with PostTrans. So in the search, I'm going to type in MAN for man. So now that's showing me everything that's applicable to manufacturing. We can see here we have a template for operation and operation resources, which are the two we're going to be using. So just double click on that and you'll see it will open a template. Now this template has some help, so it's offering me the online help, and as you can see, it's a pretty good explanation of what it does. Now I could print that off to help me get started, but let's go delve straight into the template. I'm just going to move it in the screen there. So what are we seeing here? Well, we're seeing our operations. So these come from our operation register list in Sage 200, which is this list here. I'm just going to refresh my information within Excel. So I'm going to press extract. And this template is the first time I've used it, so it's going to ask me which company I want to use or extract the data from. So I'm just going to double click on the first one, and I'm going to say overwrite everything that's in the spreadsheet already. So I just go overwrite, and you can see there it pulled out all that information from Sage 200. So what are we seeing here? Well, we can manipulate effectively these fields here within the register using this template. So let's prove that. Let's go back to our template. I'm just going to type two values in here, change two cells. So now when I press import, PostTrans will actually look at the rows and it will look at these strange figures here and say, this row's changed. So it'll only update two records. So I can press import, and it's updated two rows. So now if I go to assembler row 8, we should see a 2, I believe, in the runtime. So there we can see we've updated those records. Now how did it know what to update? Well, there's a series of tags in row 1 which can be easily changed by going to the tags button, and there's a whole training video on how to redesign the template, so please watch those. Of course, it can all be rearranged. Certain columns can be hidden if you don't wish to use them, and you can add your own formulas to the sheet. We've extracted all the data there. I'm going to actually clear this spreadsheet down by pressing the clear button, and you can see that's cleared it. Now we have a column here with the title search, and what that enables me to do is it enables me to pull through single records. So if I've got 5,000 records in my Sage 200, I can actually just hone in on individual records. So there you can see I pulled out that assembler record that we just altered, and of course we have in cell searching. So hang on, I've got to be in the right column. So as you would expect, I can type in their space kit, for instance, and just pull through the kitchen items. And as well as getting a single record, we can actually get a whole host of codes back. If we had a list of them, we could actually paste them into this column here. And when we do an extraction, PostTrans will detect those values there, multiple values, and say, would we like to pull them through? In which case it will pull only those 3 records through. So if you're interested in 10 records, you type those into the search thing, you can just pull them through. Okay, so we saw editing a record. How easy it is to create a new one? Well, it's very easy. We can just type in here Sam01, Sam's op, and import that in, and we should see it's posted it. So that's created a new item. Just to prove that, let's switch over to Sage 200. I'm just going to tell it to refresh, and there we can see Sam's op at the bottom. Of course, if we want to delete it, we just put an X in the deletion column, and that will take it out for us. So let's move on to resources. Resources are the items that are relating to the register. Let's just go into an assembly here. There's my resources. So I've got 3 items here on assembler 025. So let's just clear that spreadsheet down again. And so again, we could use this search column. For instance, if I'm interested in editing that assembler 25 record, I can just type in A, and now I see my assembler record in the search bar, and I'll press return. And now what it's done is pulled the 3 resources we saw on the screen a few seconds ago. So again, I could edit that. I could change the sequence number. Let's just do this. Let's change it to 100, 150, 200. And maybe we want to add a runtime there. Now you can see we've got the arrow up there, which means it's got in-cell searching. So if I press tab and space away, I can see the various options. So I selected tear down there, and you can see there it copied the parent down, and look, it's even set the next sequence number. So it's scanned down there. I could then say what resource type it is, and again I'm pressing space and tabbing away. I'm going to say it's some labor. And what kind of labor is it going to be? Well, it's going to be a floor sweep. It's going to clear the mess up at the end of the job. So now we can press the import button, and that will add that resource to that operation. So now if we go back to Sage 200, you can see there it updated 3, and it says posted against it, which means it's a new record. So let's go to the assembler 25 record, and now we can see our new resource in there, and they've all been resequenced. And of course, if we want to remove a line from here, we can also do it by just putting an X in. So now if I press import again, let's turn this message off. We won't see that again. It's just there warned me that I wanted to delete. Did I want to delete it? And it's now marked it as deleted, and it's removed it from the spreadsheet. And again, if we go in, we should now be able to see that resource has been removed from the operation. Of course, if I pressed the extract button, I could pull through all my operations quite easily. And we do have another filter here, another way of filtering. We can actually say less than 50 up here. We can apply criteria here. So if I did an extraction here, I could say pull out everything less than 50, in which case the ones we just numbered are now not included in the extraction. So I think we can see there how easy it is to manipulate the operation resources and operation records using PostTrans. If you're watching this video from YouTube, to go to our website, simply click on the link in the description below. If you're already on our website, you can scroll down slightly, and below this video you'll probably see some related links to associated articles. Let's just show you some of the resources on the website. Switch over, here's the home page. You can see here we have a series of menus at the top, and if you allow them to expand, you can see there all the different types of importation or extraction you can use with PostTrans and Sage, and also the transactions you can post. But importantly, there's a training section here. If we go to the training section, that describes in detail how to alter a PostTrans template using the tags that we briefly discussed in the demonstration. Also on the website is a blog which you can subscribe to, and I thoroughly recommend that, so then you can learn of new functionality and uses of PostTrans, because each of these articles maybe hones in on a particular function, a particular tag, or a particular way of using the product to do a particular job. For instance, expanding bill of materials on an order, code searching, protecting templates, importing CSV files, pricing, managing VAT, order currency, you name it, it's all in there. And that is easily accessible from the software itself. So if I switch back to a template, and this one's an order template, and I've just got the tag window open here on the right, but you'll see as I scroll down, this one here, TL description, which is the actual product description, actually has a blog article. So clicking on there takes me to that blog article and explains in great detail the implications of using that tag and the many different options, maybe in system setups, alters and behavior of that tag. So hopefully that will help. Also, we have the help button itself on the button bar, which takes you to kind of a context sensitive help, and also takes you to the training page, which explains how to manipulate and alter that template. And in addition to all that, of course, we have these blue help buttons here, which are easily accessible. They're also in the setup windows within PostTrans. So again, that takes you to a blog article. For instance, this one's about making the cursor follow a certain path. That will then take you to that article and explain how you customize that individual functionality. So there, I hope you've seen many different functions and online resources that we provided you to enable you to customize PostTrans to create a template to help you or your customers. So I thank you very much for watching this video.